strap yourself in for this one because one of those stand-ups wants me back. Hello my lovelies, welcome back to the channel. I am Rebecca Markelv, and today I want to talk about one of the guys that stood me up coming back to me and asking for another chance. Like, really, Han? You can't be serious. No, he's serious. Well, like, does he give an explanation as to why he stood you up? Yeah. Oh good, at least I get the explanation I've been waiting for this whole time. It's a pretty crap one actually. So if you remember in one of my past videos where I talk about being stood up by 3 guys in a row, one of those guys, the middle guy, who knew that I'd been stood up already and already dated me and arranged to actually have a meal with me, and then on that day actually stood me up. No explanation, no nothing, just left me there and I waited an hour and a half for. Put me into a lot of tears and yeah, really hurt. So earlier at the beginning of this year, I was messaged by this guy.
Hope you had a nice Christmas and New Year.
So understandably, I was a little bit shocked as to getting a message and I just did not know how to react. Yes? You? He responded that it wasn't too bad and if I got anything nice.
Not too bad. You get anything nice?
To which, in a slightly annoyed tone, I said, "Not being funny, but why are you messaging me? You really have hurt me." To which he said,
I was just seeing how you are. I'm really sorry.
So I asked for an explanation. Okay, so do you have an explanation yet? Why did you organise a date and not show up? I waited 90 minutes for you. Here we go.
I was in a really bad place, babe, and I wish I had a better explanation for you, but I haven't, and no girl should have to go through what I did. And yes, I say I am sorry, and that's not even good enough, but I'll say it again, I am really sorry, and I'll understand if you don't forgive me, or want to talk to me anymore.
So at least I got my explanation right. He was in a bad place, and that was a good enough reason to not even at least cancel on me. Like, seriously. So the whole messaging started to kind of go back and forth about how I'm not particularly interested in dating now because I also had someone who followed up after him who also stood me up, and then I'm just more focused on myself now and, you know, focused on like giving you guys content and actually just being here more than anything now because I enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy doing this, and you know what? Screw him. So also a big thank you for all of those who have been supporting me. Like, you really helped me like get through this and kept my mind off things. So yeah, back to the video. But yes, after a few days of kind of just like back and forth of pretty much not really going anywhere, he asked me how my treatments were going for my hair removal, and you know, I said that I'm struggling to afford it at the moment because, you know, it is a pricey thing. He actually offered to also give me money for it, but then he wanted me to pay him back afterwards, which I'm just not really interested in, like being in debt to people, especially someone who has stood me up and who I have pretty big trust issues with now. So I don't think I'd want to borrow money from someone like him. He brought up some extra things about the date that we could have had, and to be honest, I just kept shrugging it off, saying, look, it's done now, I've moved forward from it. To which he's just like, okay, I understand. And I said to him that, you know, I'm just really focusing on just my happiness now, not focusing on trying to find someone to make me happy or support me on my journey. I'm just focused on my happiness. To which he responded, I really hope I can be a part of that. Call me slightly judgmental, especially when I've done a video on judgment and when to make the right calls and all that stuff. But like, I'm pretty sure that I don't want him to be a part of my life anymore. I mean, he wasn't a massive part of my life to begin with, but he did have a bit of an impact on me for about a month. And yeah, after doing that to me, like, how am I going to even start considering him if I don't even trust him? So more conversation still passes on by, and there's another part where he goes, I wish you were here, baby. I mean, the pet names is kind of getting a slight bit annoying because, like I said, I just I'm not interested, but he seems to be under the impression that I'm giving him a chance. Let's have a quick look. To which I said, what do you expect of me? I'm not interested in dating anymore, if that's what you're hoping for. He said, I had a feeling you were going to say that. And I think I had the right to reserve that kind of feeling and feel that way. To which he agreed. So, good. I'm glad you agree, you know. But he hopes in time that I will forgive him and give another chance. He then kind of got into the bribery sort of stage again and like said like, would £100 be okay to sort of help towards my hair removal, and when I can actually pay it back? To which I just like, no, I'm just not interested. And he also just said like, please just give him another chance. Please, can we try again? And I said, I don't want to owe a debt. And sorry, no, I can't forget what happened. It would just be awkward. Like, could you imagine it? Like, somebody who stood you up, put you into tears, and made you feel like that there was something wrong with you, ignored you completely, and then you go on a date with them again. Like, how awkward would that feel? His last message to me was, please. So, I want to ask you a question. Do you think I was being a bit harsh? I felt like I was hurt way too much and it wasn't worth sacrificing more of my time on someone who I just feel scared to trust. Like, to open up. This person made me put my walls down, but then made me put them up even higher than they were before. Like, am I being harsh in my judgment? I'm sure he is probably a nice person, and I'm sure that he probably would have probably made me feel a lot more better. But starting it off that way just doesn't seem like a good way to start a relationship. So do you think I should have given him another chance? But yes, as it goes for relationships, I'm just not really interested at the moment. Like I said, I'm more focused on just giving you guys content, and you know, it makes me happy. I enjoy editing videos and all that stuff. It's really enjoyable for me. I like creating content. It's just so much fun. And I'd hope that it would be a potentially new thing that I could do with my life. Something that could be potentially life-changing for not just myself, but for many other people. I aim to inspire and influence and help and advise. And when I get those messages from people who say that I inspire them, it just makes this so much more worth it. So thank you so much for watching to the end and supporting me through this whole process in general. And if you do want to help me even more, then I do have a Patreon down below in the description. But there is no obligation to do so. But if you do, then that's great. Thank you so much. I'd be very much appreciative. Also, if you're interested in transgender advice, especially for trans women, then I recommend checking out this interview process that I went through with Danny Masterson, or Ms. Masterson on Instagram. She's been one of my biggest inspirations, and I got to have a talk with her, and it's just been one of the most wonderful experiences. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, then go check out that video over there, also in the card up above. But yeah, I've been Rebecca Markelv, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care of yourself.